I'll start off with the baitcaster setup with a Berkley Wake Bull surface lure, 70 size on it. I think this is a bluegill pattern, looks a bit like a translucent perch. It's a lure that's done really well for me, so hope that pattern continues. I'll just normally fan cast. Swan taking off there. It's got quite a noisy rattle in it. You can hear it coming across the surface. Don't know if you can hear it in the camera, but you can certainly hear it when you're fishing it. Just normally let it sit in at the edge, because you sometimes get fish falling or a fish just sitting in at the edge. And bring it over those bulrushes. You can keep the rod tip high, which sometimes allows it to work a little bit higher in the water, or you can drop the rod tip, speed it up, and it'll get it to go subsurface. I've found doing a mixture of both works quite well. And again, just tease it a wee bit there. Nothing. Nice take. So actually feels like a decent fish. The fact that it's not showing. Oh, die. That's a nice one. Right, that's a wee cracker. Let it recover. Away fighting fit. Got me a wee bit there. Well folks, that was the Berkley Wake Bull surface lure. Once again doing the job. Every time you get up here this thing seems to get a fish. This is what I like about fishing surface lures. You're just moving the lure across the surface, and at any moment a fish can just erupt from nowhere and grab it, just like you'd have seen on that fish I just had a few moments ago. Well, I hope it showed on the camera, that is. If you're interested in the setup I'm using, it's a Savage Gear Hitchhiker 7 foot 10 to 30 gram casting weight, paired up with an Okuma Ceymar bait casting reel. If I remember correctly, I think it's 27 pound breaking strain braid that's on this, and then obviously the Berkley Wake Bull. You can hear that working away there. Brought another set up there, but not really using it. The swan on its nest over there. Never be too much of a hurry to take the lure out of the water. Sometimes you can get a fish right under your feet. When you got reed lines like this bit out here, you can get fish patrolling along the edge of them, so it's always worth targeting these bits. Unfortunately, due to the weed growth down the side of the water, we're kind of limited on the bits it can get into. Well folks, it's starting to get dark quite rapidly now, so I reckon I'll have another few casts and then I'll call it a night. But hope you've enjoyed this. I certainly have, and I hope the footage came out okay of the take on the surface and obviously the fight with the fish and the landing. I've not reviewed anything yet, but fingers crossed that came out okay. I'll give you another wee look at the lure that's doing the damage. That's it there, Berkley Wake Bull. Now this is a 70 size, which is 18 gram casting weight. They do a slightly smaller one, which is the 60 size, which I can't remember the weight of it, but I use the 18-1 because it gives me a decent casting distance with the 10 to 30 gram rod. I believe this is bluegill pattern, which I think I said earlier, it looks a bit like a translucent perch. You can see through it, and that rattle you can hear when it's working across the surface, which all adds to the attraction. But anyway, like I said, hope you enjoyed that, and if you did, consider hitting the like button and also subscribing, and feel free to share it with your friends as well on social media. But until next time folks, you take care and slange.